It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Thanks for joining us for this broadcast. We appreciate you. And my promise is that the time we spend together working on your sales department in the CEO Sales Huddle will be a good use of your time. We'll focus on your sales strategy. We'll focus on sales structure and sales systems that not only can transform your sales department into an 8 to 9 figure business, but more importantly, let you do the things you really enjoy doing in your business. And every morning we like to start off with our mantra. And our core philosophy here at the CEO Sales Huddle is success leaves clues. While it's not a new idea, the idea does stand the test of time. And that is, if someone else has done it, so can you. So what does that mean for you? We look at where the footprints are. That means every morning we look at a CEO case study, business case study. We look at what that CEO's challenges were. We look at the successes they've had, and then we extract what the best practices are that was used in their sales department that you too can walk away with. And isn't that just incredible? Isn't that really amazing? So let's go and get started with today's case study. Again, welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. My name is Shay Brown. It's an honor and a privilege to serve you. But in the world of health and wellness, which could be overcrowded, many seek to improve their lives, yet the journey can be kind of daunting. It can be a struggle. Joe Gottner, co-founder of LifePro, faced this challenge firsthand. He and his partner founded LifePro because they couldn't find an effective relief for their own injuries from using just current products that they had. So this gap was their problem. They had injuries. They themselves couldn't really solve the problem. So they said, let's do something about it. Why don't we create something ourselves? And this sparked their mission to creating something better. So launching a business requires more than just a great product. It demands effective sales strategies. Joe's initial experience as a personal trainer taught him this lesson. Among 60 trainers, he struggled to attract clients. Yet within 16 months, he rose to become one of the top performers. This transformation highlighted the importance of mastering sales skills and positioning himself with a sales message and a sales strategy when working with folks who had a problem that he knew that he could have solved. Now, Joe's journey with LifePro underscores the power of a structured sales system and really having compassion. So he had to focus on the customer needs. He had to build strong relationships. He had to let them know he cared about them. So LifePro turned challenges into victories. Now, Joe's story of helping a cancer patient illustrates the impact of customer-centric sales. This strategy not only boosted revenue, but it also fosters a meaningful connection and a positive change. You know, you might be thinking, Shay, what's your big takeaway? What's your big takeaway? Because this is a market that's already overcrowded. This is a market where many fail in the health industry. Although everyone needs it, they really struggle. Well, I believe that LifePro's story, especially of Joe, the co-founder, it really highlights the importance of having a sales strategy, a sales structure, and a sales system. So for any CEOs that's aiming to grow their business, you got to implement a solid sales system. That's critical. It's not just about selling products. It's not just about selling products. I'm going to say again, it's not just about selling products. It's about building trust. It's about delivering the value. It's about solving the problem. I know that sounds like overly, like too much. People always say, well, no, sell the transformation. No, the transformation is where the problem is solved, but they have to first believe they can do it and that you're going to do your part as well. So when it comes to your mission, make sure it aligns with the customer needs. So you create a win-win scenario that drives both revenue and at the end of the day impacts their lives. You do that and you will see your sales go up in a way. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor. It is a privilege to serve you. Thanks for tuning in. I know you have a lot of choices and you choose to spend these precious minutes with us. Thank you so much. When we get started every morning, we get started with our mantra. And our mantra is simple. Our mantra remains the same. And our mantra, I believe that every CEO should have, especially as they work with their sales department. And that mantra is focus on sales. It's a few words. It's powerful, though. And I want you to repeat that after me as the CEO of your company. I want you to repeat this after me. Focus on sales. Focus on sales. Now, why do you do that? Because here's what I believe. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. And there's a big why. One, you need the sales. One, you need the revenue. One, you got to purchase resources you need. One, without the revenue, you can't even, I don't know, you might even pay the internet bill. So without sales, here's what I do believe. There's always more money going out than there is coming in. What I'm trying to share with you is if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. And if you need even further, I know it's obvious as a CEO, but I need you to notice sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. The point I want to make, and I want to drive home, first thing as we get started, and we do this every single morning for every CEO to get out there, is selling a serious business. Start every conversation that way. Selling is very, very serious business. Now, as a CEO, we can also have our own mantra. We can have a pledge back to the sales department. And our pledge is learn, earn, and return. And I want you to repeat this after me because we can have a pledge that we have to the sales department. We're going to do everything we need to make sure the sales department has the right resources, the sales department has the right processes, and the sales department has the right people in place that it needs, even if we are that salesperson for now. So let's go ahead and repeat after me. As a CEO, I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients in order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. Isn't that so true? We have 3 objectives every morning. The first objective is, let's take a look at how sales is progressing. How many sales did you make yesterday? How many sales did you make with your number 1 product? How many appointments were set? We'll get to that. Number 2, what were some of the challenges we had? We talked about that in the case study this morning. There's certainly challenges that are out there. And then we got to understand the 5 sales pillars. Every CEO needs to know this. Number 1, you got to have a one-page CEO sales plan. Number 2, what's the sales cycle? Number 3, the sales message that we have, and the sales message that we're communicating. Number 4, the CEO sales dashboard. And number 5, the super sexy sales team. This is our mission. This is what we're doing. This is at the core of everything that we stand for and everything that we represent. Then we move all the way to the other side. And for those folks who are tuning in right now and we haven't had a chance to connect, or you're watching live, do me a favor. Look right below the video. If you can do it on the platform you're watching and put hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here is the bat signal that you and I are in this conversation because you can see me, but I can't see you. And I would love to see you. I would love to connect. If you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. If you're watching on one of the streaming platforms, Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, a podcast station, one of our syndicated platforms, do me a favor. On that syndicated platform, go ahead and put this down in your notes. Put @IamCheBrown, @IamCheBrown. And let's connect. You and I connect and stay in this conversation. One of the questions I get asked often is, what's the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? Why does it exist? The CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. And I believe that's super important, by the way. Our big why do we show up every morning? Why do we have the CEO Sales Huddle? Why do you have a sales meeting every morning with your team? It's about sales growth. It's about sales accountability, and it's about consistency. And you may have heard this before, but it's so true. Consistency is the key to anything that we do. So how do we do that? How do we help you be consistent? Well, you get to tune in for 15 minutes. That's right, 15 minutes a day. And that's all we ask for is 15 minutes as a CEO that you focus on your sales results. Why? Where there's 1,440 minutes in every day. So you're going to take 15 minutes of that day and you're going to tune in. 15 minutes represents 1% of the day. So 1% of the day, you're going to focus on your sales. What's our number 1 outcome? Our number 1 outcome is to earn $100,000 plus a month over and beyond whatever you're earning today of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. This is $100,000. Now, you might say, Shay, $100,000, that's a big stretch for me from where I'm at, from where I'm starting. That's okay. Get to your first 50,000. Get to your first 25,000. Make your first sale, your second sale. But many of you, it's all about consistent sales. You're already getting consistent sales, so it's time for you to have a team to scale to an entirely different level. But if you're just starting, don't worry. Don't be like overwhelmed. You just tune in, you get started, get that second sale, the third sale, the consistent sale. And I promise you, you follow exactly these same things, these techniques we teach every morning, and you yourself will be doing over $100,000 a month plus of revenue. Isn't that kind of cool? But how do you get there? How do we help you get there? Well, one of the things we had to create is we had to create something called the CEO Sales Dashboard, because the biggest challenge that folks had was, what do I measure? What do I manage? What's my indicators? How do I know if I'm on track or off track other than looking at my bank account? Where do I allocate my resources? So we created the CEO Sales Dashboard so we can have the key metrics. How many leads came in? How many appointments were set? And then we built it inside of, well, it was for our private clients. And then now we've opened it up to our paying clients. And if you want to get that, you can go to www.ceosalesdashboard.com. Download that now, like right now. Or you can shoot me a DM and say, Shay, I need the CEO dashboard. Just comment CEO dashboard right below. We'll get that over to you. And why is that so important? Well, here's what it looks like. It's a dashboard. And inside that dashboard, we have key indicators. There's leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. Now, you can take a look at it and say, let me go down here and stop. Let's look at today's date. Go all the way across the top and find today's date. And let's say you looked at your CRM. How many leads came into the database? How many appointments were set yesterday? But I want you to come down to the part that says offers. I want to stop right there. And I want to anchor that. Give me about 30 seconds here. You look at your results from yesterday. Like go to your computer or go to your phone right now and pull up your CRM. Or maybe you have an executive report that you get. Or maybe you don't get anything at all. You're the salesperson. Just think, how many offers did I make yesterday for our number one product, our best-selling product? And then how many times was it offer for a credit card? Maybe you're going to break it down. And let's break it down for you. Maybe it was an offer for a signed contract. Maybe you made an offer for just the next step. That is an offer. You had a conversation. Here's the next step. Would you like to take the next step? How many offers were made? One of the key challenges sometimes, some folks just aren't making enough offers. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. That's why the CEO Sales Dashboard has been the game changer for many of our clients. It lets them measure the path that they're on and stay on that path. Now, for those folks that are tuning in, we also like to celebrate our wins. We don't beat ourselves up. We don't look at our numbers and say, oh my God, something's wrong. Well, something is wrong, but we're going to fix it. I get that. We're CEOs. But let's look at what's working. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So let's go now and take a look at some of our wins. Number one, here are 3 questions. What are you most proud of yesterday from the sales department? Now, you look at the sales department yesterday. What are you most proud of as the CEO? Number 2, what was your biggest accomplishment yesterday in the sales department? Like the sales department did work yesterday. They showed up, they performed. And what are you the most proud of yesterday for that sales department? And then number 3, really cool. Number 3 is, what do you want to brag about? Like you just want to step up and you just want to brag. You're like, I'm ready to brag. I'm ready to brag. And then we're going to go to the other side because every day is not rainbow, cupcakes, and unicorns. And we're going to look at the hurdles that we had. And let's look at some challenges that we were faced yesterday. Powerful people, we're going to ask powerful questions because questions really do steer focus. And this is not a time to speed up. We're not going to speed through this. I want you to think, what are you proud of? Then I want you to think, you know what? What's my biggest roadblock right now? Is it generating leads? What's my biggest roadblock right now? Is it really putting together a sales team? What's my biggest roadblock right now? I don't have a sales strategy. What's my biggest roadblock right now? I'm not making consistent sales. And then think about what's preventing you today from moving forward. Like taking a step and looking at your lead generation system or taking a step and looking at your appointment setting system. And then think about it. As the CEO, you're the one in charge. You're the one ultimately responsible. You get to allocate the resources. You get to allocate the processes to the sales department. You get to make those decisions. What's the one thing you can do? It's on you that you can do that if you did it, it can help move the business forward. Like you make this one decision, and as a result, the business is moving forward. Just one decision a day. My message to you today, the message of the day to you is stay the course. The message of you is stay the course. Take a look at where you are, where you want to go, make a decision that you're going to take small steps. You know, this old saying is so true. Small hinges swing really, really big doors. So we're going to take a small step and then another small step, another small step. But we're going to be going down the path we're looking for. You got this. You can do this. This is your time. This is your moment. This is what you've been waiting for. I believe you as the CEO. And if you already got it right, just keep going consistent sales. Fine-tune that sales system. We can always get better. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 up in a way. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Thanks for tuning in. You got a lot of choices as a CEO. You decide to spend this time with us, focusing on your sales department to turn into an 8 to 9 figure powerhouse on a consistent basis. We're going to make that happen. God bless. Keep doing what God works. Drop me a note below. Let me know what you enjoy most and say, hey, I'm in the conversation. I'll see you on the other side. God bless and keep doing God's work. Peace. We out of here. Bye-bye.